I have no idea. It was insane.
It was very cool, though.
I know it's a sin in London.
You could hear some stuff going on through the windows.
It was more impressive in person.
It was, and it was bigger than I thought.
It was really cool. So hey guys, this is the next day. This is day 4 for us, but we're going to finish recapping day 3. So up to this point, up until the point you saw, we were recapping Trooping the Color.
But we're here.
We're recapping, what was it called? The parade, that's what we saw.
Yeah.
So after that, we went and saw the flyby with the planes or whatever.
Yeah.
It was so good. Yeah. So impressive.
Still very packed. So many people.
The 70 was like the highlight.
Was that the really big one?
No, the 70, how they did the 70.
Oh, how they made the 70. That was really cool.
Awesome to see. And then they also did the smoke. That was really cool, the UK flag.
Yeah.
It only lasted like 5 minutes, but it was really good. Well worth watching. I'm glad I was there right on the street. They opened up the street, thankfully.
That was so cool. It was
and allowed
right overhead.
everyone to go out, which was awesome.
Yes.
And then it got really crazy. So we were trying to meet with Steve and Jody, their other YouTuber, American React YouTubers that live in the UK. So if you haven't seen them, go check them out for sure. Anyway, so we had planned to meet up with them because they live semi-near London, and they were willing to come up to meet us. And so they went to they couldn't, so they had closed the park. You couldn't even get into the park.
And we were stuck in the park because of all the people.
So she texted me saying like, hey, I can't get in the park. We're at this pub. This is the address. You know, when can you make it? And it was only like probably 10 minutes away. Yeah. But it took us almost an hour to get out. There were so many people. The cops were overwhelmed. Security was overwhelmed.
Just like, as you're walking out of the park, you're in a queue and you can't leave because there's too many people. So they had to like let people out of the park in waves so that it would keep the traffic moving, the queue moving. I don't know, but either way, we went out the wrong side. Then we had to turn around and come back, but we couldn't really get back in the park. We had to like loop around. It was just, it was a mess.
So we were at like the top where the big arches is, so people that live in London probably know this or been there. It
was at the end of the mall.
The end of the mall street, entering
Buckingham
like
is at the other end.
Palace area. So anyway, so we're there. We walked all the way back down to Buckingham Palace because we're trying to get on the other side of the park. And then we had to go all the way back to the arches and then all the way across the park. Yeah. So it took us, it was so much walking, really fast walking. I felt bad for you.
But it was really cool though because like all the streets, even outside the park, are closed down. So there's just people everywhere walking in all the streets. No cars, no buses, nothing. It was just, it was quite the experience for sure.
We'll have to look up the number later when they have it, but I'll say there may have been 2 million people there.
I don't know. I think it was just thousands and thousands.
No, it was,
it felt like a million.
It felt like a million. It was just like chest to chest almost for like a mile. And it was like mile wide, I have no idea. It was insane. It was very cool, though. So anyway, after that, we went to the pub. I forget the pub was the Colonies. Yeah. Which is not actually like based on the US, which I was glad for. It was a British pub, so that's good. But it was the Colonies, and then
that was just fitting for us, all of us Americans. Yeah,
so we went there and met with Steve and Jody. We ended up
talked for a long time.
We talked for like 2 hours. I think we talked like an hour because of the food. So again, right after the event, the pubs were packed. So thankfully Jody had reserved a seat the night before, so that wasn't the issue. But like they had to wait an hour for their food, and you had to wait like 45 minutes just for a piece of pie. Because Angel was in the mood for a piece of pie.
That sounded good.
No, it's fun. So yeah, we waited forever. We talked a lot. And they were just an awesome couple. Also, while we were there though, a subscriber who was at the mall decided he wanted to meet me, and which was awesome. I was super excited about that. So Elliot, huge shout out to you for coming all the way because I know you had a long walk to make it there too. But once I was out of the park, I was like, I can't come back in. It's too hectic. And I don't think they were allowing people to go back in, honestly, at that time. It was just like exit traffic. Yeah,
anyway. They were just trying to disperse it a little bit more. But it was fun because after the pub, we decided we'd just go for a walk a little bit because we hadn't seen Big Ben yet, other than just in a slight passing, and we weren't sure what we thought of it, as you can see in previous videos. So we decided, let's just walk to Big Ben, and they hadn't seen it in a while too because Big Ben's been covered up for 6 years.
I don't know if they've.
She had seen it once before, but now it was referbished. So we were all excited. So we all walked to there, and then we saw the Abbey, and we walked by that, and so it was just really cool.
I was more impressed with the Abbey, Westminster Abbey, than
Big Ben.
Big Ben. It was more impressive in person.
It was, and it was bigger than I thought.
It was really cool. Parliament,
very shiny and
Parliament
sparkly.
building is massive.
Yeah.
But I think Westminster Abbey might be bigger.
I think so.
It just kept going.
What's so interesting about the Abbey is like it looks like a church, but everything's like upscaled, like bigger windows, bigger arches, like everything. It looks like for a giant, a church for a giant.
Which we didn't go in because it was actually open, but we didn't have time because we had to go back to meet with Trevor, the lovely Trevor who sent us all kinds of P.O. box stuff, and he's just a awesome man. So we had a time crunch, so we couldn't go into the Abbey, but thankfully my brother had gone in earlier and he got a bunch of pictures and showed me, like that's where the coronation happens.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have to save that for another time, but it was cool just looking at the outside though. I liked it. If we come back to London, we'll definitely spend more time because I don't care what anyone says. A more relaxing time. You need more time. There's I feel like just the area of Big Ben, Parliament, and Westminster Abbey would take a day. Yes. To actually really appreciate, like go in, walk through the rooms, actually look at everything for a minute. Because we've packed in a lot in our few days here, but it's been very exhausting. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, like I said, it's like 5:30 in the morning right now. Yeah. Or 6. I guess it's 6 now. And we're actually at, where are we? We're the Duke of Edinburgh Square, I think. We're at Saatchi Gallery. Saatchi Gallery. It's not Sriracha, it's Saatchi Gallery. Something it's like a really pretty courtyard. I think we're still in Chelsea technically. But anyway, guys, so that's pretty much it. Then we met with Trevor. And we had dinner at Five Guys, which I know is very American, but the thing is, it was the only thing available. Everything else was booked. I've never actually had Five Guys. Yeah, same. So yes, I did have a cheeseburger. I know that's a sin in London if you're American. But the chips were better than most chips at fast food. The fries were really good. Yeah. And there were a ton of them actually, like way too many. He was wanting to take us to a pub, but like every pub we crossed was like people standing out. Yes. Like packed. I think everything else was like reservations only because everyone was ready to party. Yeah. So I think last night was we went to bed, but I think last night was a very hectic night. I think so. I could hear some stuff going on through the windows. So it was, I don't know, it was very exciting. That was pretty much it though for the rest of the day. We met with some subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. And then we met with Steve and Jody. Thank you, Steve and Jody, for coming all the way up, because I know it was a little bit of a I want to say drive, but it's not drive. It's a little bit of a travel for you. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's pretty much wraps up Day 3. Day 3, yep. Today we're getting ready to go to King's Crossing and we're going up to Edinburgh. Yeah, so stay tuned because we got more videos of that. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching and let us know what you thought down below and enjoying our trip with us. It's been a blast. So anyway guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one.